Hey YouTube, it's your girl Mommy Hills. I am back with another video, and it's such a beautiful day out here. I said, why not just do a video outside on my deck? So Bruno, come on. My puppy wants to make a guest appearance. Say hey, Bruno. So like I said, I'm outside on my deck because it's such a beautiful day out here, and I thought I'll do a Georgia Peach video part 2 because I got such a huge response from my first video. Just to give y'all a little backstory here, I bought my house in April of 2018. So this month has actually been, it'll be 1 year since I've been here in Georgia, and so I thought, you know, what better way to do it than to do a 1 year update and let you guys know, you know, basically the pros and cons, my more experienced opinion that I've been here a few months, and the things that I really do like and the things that I really don't like. So I'm not even gonna talk your head off. Let's get right into it. So the first thing that I want to talk about are the school systems. Just a recap from my first video, we are in Henry County, which is in Stockbridge. Well, we're in Stockbridge, which is in Henry County, and I found out that I am south of the metro. So I'm about 30 minutes from Atlanta, driving distance, and that's with good traffic. I am more southwest of Atlanta, and so this is going to be my own personal experience, you know, being that I stay south. I don't stay in the city, I stay out on the outskirts of the city. So this is going to be my personal experience, you know, being that I live in Stockbridge but I work in Atlanta, you know, so I get to see the best of both worlds every day. I first want to talk about the school systems. Now, for my first video, I was telling you how we guys moved here. We have kids at our elementary school, and the school systems are, you know, A+. I can't speak for Atlanta. I can only speak for Henry County. Henry County school systems are A+. Now, if you're looking to move to Georgia, that is definitely one of the things you want to look at are the school systems. The one thing I don't like about the school systems, okay, I'm from Virginia. In Virginia, we're out Christmas break for 1 week, we're out spring break for 1 week, and that's it. And then we get a summer break. Not here. They're out 4 times a year at least. They're out in September for 1 week, they're out in December for Christmas break, they're out again in February for whatever reason, and then they're out again a whole nother week in April for spring break. So that, you know, that took some getting used to, because I'm like, what am I supposed to do with these kids? They eat them out of house and home, you hear me? But you know, that's a, you know, take it with a grain of salt. And then also the school systems here, they end up giving my kids, they give all the kids laptops to take home. This is elementary school now, and I'm like, y'all get laptops for free? You know, when I was growing up, we didn't get that. So I can say that they are a little bit more advanced, and you know, they do make sure that, you know, your kids have stuff, have the resources they need at home to do their homework, you know, to do their projects or whatever they may need. So that is good. I can say that they keep you informed about what's going on at school. You definitely will get letters. If your child is missing too many days, you will know. If your child is failing, you will know. They have plenty of conferences. They have plenty of parent-teacher events. There's plenty of you know, clubs or activities that parents can get involved in to stay, you know, to stay up to date what's going on with your kids, or you know, or what's going on at school. You know, there's mother-daughter dance, mother-son dance, you know, all kind of stuff. So I can say that they do have a lot of activities at school. So if you're looking to move to this area, definitely look at greaterschools.org. Check out the schools. Check out the charter schools too. They're another option. You know, if you don't like the public schools, look at some of the charter schools, you know, and see if that's something that you may be interested in. But before you move anywhere with kids, you know, the first thing you want to do is look at the school systems and make sure that's where you want to raise your family. So that was an A+ for us here. The second thing, which is one of the most biggest things, is traffic. You know, again, my opinion as far as the traffic go still remains the same. Yeah, I can't say, being that I've been working, you know, a few months now here, going back and forth to Atlanta, I can say that Monday and Friday seems like the busiest days for traffic. If you leave your house 10 minutes later than you usually leave, you're going to be in traffic. I got to be to work at 8 o'clock in the morning, so I normally leave the house around 6:45, and that's because I drop my son off at daycare. So if I drop him off at 6:45, I'm usually out of there about 6:55 or whatever. On the road about 7. Get to Atlanta no later than 7:40, which is good for me. Okay. Now, if I leave here 10 to 15 minutes later, oh, you best believe I'm going to be in a little bit of traffic. I'm going to be maybe getting there at 7:55, going on 8 o'clock. So, depending on where you work at, you definitely want to look at the distance from your house to or wherever you want to be and where you're working. You have to look at the distance. Other than that, if we're driving to Atlanta on a weekend for any special events or anything like that, it usually doesn't take us that long. Now, getting off, the same thing. You're going to be in rush hour traffic, 4:30, 5 o'clock. The best days for traffic that I notice are Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays. So to me, it's not nothing that I would complain about. It's something that I'm already used to. I'm from Virginia, so if you're from the Virginia area, 757, if you're leaving, if you live in Norfolk or Virginia Beach and you're working in Hampton or Portsmouth, you take the risk of going through that tunnel or going over the bridge. You run into the same amount of traffic. So you gotta take it with a grain of salt, depending on whatever wherever you're working at. So that's the second thing I want to talk about. What's something else that I've been getting a lot of questions about? Jobs. So jobs, for me, I work with the U.S. Attorney's Office. I work downtown Atlanta, and like I said, my job was, because I'm a federal employee, it was kind of something that I kind of transferred in. Now, if you're looking to get into the government, you definitely want to apply months ahead of time, because it takes a while to get in the government. It takes a few months, you know what I mean? So you want to give yourself some time. It's not going to be something like you're going to find a job tomorrow. Now, if you're looking for something that you need some quick cash or something to do right away, check out some of the staffing agencies here. There's plenty of them. If you're trying to transfer, I would say whatever job you're at now, see if there is a company in Atlanta, because Atlanta has a lot of big companies, especially downtown, or even not even downtown. In McDonough, there's a lot of companies I didn't even know about. So, you'll be surprised how many big businesses are here that you might can just transfer. So definitely look into that before you try to make a big move. What else? Wow. There's so much. Let me tell y'all. Okay, so let me tell y'all. I think the last video I was talking about, homeless people or whatnot. And y'all, sorry about that, but I'm back. Ugh. So, what was the next thing? What was I talking about? The homeless people. Okay, so like I said, there's a lot of homeless people in Atlanta. More so towards the city. So what I can say about the homeless people is that, I have a soft spot for anybody that's in need. If I have a few dollars, I'll try to, give to them here and there, or food here and there. But let me tell you, there's some aggressive homeless people. Let me tell y'all why. Stop it, Bruno. Okay, so, y'all, I'm in a store, y'all. I never had this happen to me. I'm in a store, and I'm on the phone, and I'm not paying attention, so some lady taps me on the shoulder, and she says, "Hey, baby, are you familiar with Marietta?" And I'm like, "Marietta?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's up north, right?" And she was like, "Yeah, baby, I'm supposed to meet somebody off ChristianMingle.com, and I need a few dollars to get back to Marietta." I'm like, "What? You did what?" You know what I mean? That was the first I've ever heard of that. She said, "I met somebody off ChristianMingle.com, and I needed some money to get back to Marietta." And I was like, it kind of caught me off guard, because, Bruno, come on. Get over here, Bruno. Let's go. Come on. Good boy. I'm sorry about that. Yes, my dog. But yeah, it kind of caught me off guard, because I'm just like, wait a minute, lady. Christian Mingle? And I was like, no, I don't have any money on me like that. So anyway, she goes to the next person. I'm looking around the store, and she's going and asking everybody, if they got a few dollars. I'm just like, I'm still shocked that this lady said ChristianMingle.com. I couldn't believe it. But yeah, that's just one incident. Then I heard about stories about, one of my friends, she went to the gas station and she gave the guy a few dollars, and he was like, "This all you got?" And I was like, so I just like, well, dang, they are very aggressive. And it was like, you know what, they not afraid to ask for it, but it's like they're not afraid to ask for more either. You know what I mean? So I was like, well, you gotta be happy you got that. You know what I mean? But anyway, so I guess you just that you take that as you want to take it. But yeah, that's more so towards the city. You want to run into a lot of that. What else? What? Well, as you can see, the weather's getting nice. You know, I'm really happy about that. It's definitely about to be hot, and I see why they call it Hot Atlanta. When I moved here last April, it was just, you know, it was a little breezy. It was nice, but it wasn't. I didn't get a feel for the whole summer until I want to say like May, June. Boy, that humidity, my hair, this heat, it hit. And when it hit hard. You hear me? So it definitely gets hot, like humid hot like no other. So I wasn't ready for that, but this year I'm definitely ready for it. So definitely, if you're in Atlanta sometime, stay hydrated. Make sure you have your water. Make sure you have your sunscreen, all of that. Bruno, be a good boy for mama, okay? So be a good boy. So yeah, so I'm trying to think what else, man. It's so many things. Oh God. So I've learned to cope with the traffic. I've learned, you know, I've learned to, you know, leave the house a little bit earlier depending on where I'm going. I can't say that my view still remains the same as far as there's so much to do in Atlanta, so much food, so much variety, so many people. I can tell you now, for me, as far as I can only talk from like living wise, you know, living in the South and being, you know, having and being a homeowner, just having your own home. I can say that it's a lot of responsibility. It's a huge responsibility, and there's a lot will come in, you know, that's a lot that you have to do when it comes to owning your own home. And I can say that for us it was a plus, you know what I mean? Like, so we didn't mind living in Henry County and then having to I'm back again. So yeah, so living in the South for us, it wasn't a no-brainer. You know what I mean? So I can say now, for somebody that's in the hair industry, somebody that's in the makeup industry, somebody who's definitely in the fashion industry, I would say I can see why you would want to be in Atlanta or even in Buckhead or the Smyrna area. I can tell you the cost of living is a little bit higher up there. But if you're not in that industry, you don't work up there, you know, definitely check out places around Atlanta. You don't have to live in Atlanta in order to get the feel for Atlanta. You see what I'm saying? You can live somewhere on the outskirts, you know, where it's a lot cheaper, you get a lot more land for your money, and still, you know, be able to commute. You know what I mean? But if you're somebody, maybe if you're a college student, and come on, get over here. If you're a college student, you know, you definitely want to be close to campus or even on campus. I can see that. As far as campuses go, there are a lot of universities, a lot of HBCUs. You know, you got Morehouse, you got Spelman, you got Georgia State, you got all those, Georgia Tech, you got all these universities that are so close by. You know what I mean? So I already know, you can just imagine, like, you know, the college life. You know, I can just imagine that being off the chain. So, you know what I mean? Definitely do your research when it comes to stuff like that. What else can I say, man? There's so much opportunity, so much growth, but it's also competitive. So, like I said, if you do hair and you do nails or fashion or whatever industry, anything like that, it is competitive. The more that you live in Atlanta, it is very competitive out there because everyone can do it. You know what I mean? So you have to figure out ways to set yourself apart so that you can get that clientele, you can keep your customers. You know what I mean? What makes you any different? What makes you better? You know what I mean? So you definitely have to find your niche and, you know, figure out how you want to get that clientele. Once you do get that clientele, I can say you that is abundance of growth, is abundance of money, and it's ample opportunity. As far as the same thing I said about living on the outskirts, what about working on the outskirts? Because where I'm at is an up-and-coming area, and at the same time, there's people that do hair, but there's not a lot of great hairstylists. You know, I can tell you stories about me going into the salon trying to find someone to do my hair or trying to find the right nail tech. You know what I mean? So definitely check on the outskirts because people would travel or leave Atlanta to come to you just to get that, you know, to get that professional touch. And at the same time, you know what I mean, you're not waiting because everybody's in Atlanta. So guess what? You got lines, you got appointments, you got to schedule, you got to do all this stuff because everybody's trying to get seen in Atlanta somewhere. You know what I mean? So I personally, when I go get my nails done or my hair done, I look for places that are maybe closer towards me, that are still good. I go, you know, I look at the work, you know. Oh, that reminds me, I got another story for y'all. So, oh my God, so this should be another video. Okay, so I remember getting my hair done. The first time I got my hair done in Atlanta, we were just here. We were just here on a whim. You know, we had just purchased our home. We had a little bit of time. So I go into this hair salon, which was we was in Camp Creek. And there was people coming in and out, so I was like, that's a good sign. this one lady, I go in there, I say, hey, you have time to do some crochet braids or whatever, because you know, I just wanted something quick. It was getting kind of hot. It was in April. And she was like, yeah, I can do crochets. I was like, okay, cool. And my husband was like, well, can you do it right now? And she was like, okay. She didn't have no customers or nothing. So we was like, cool. So she's like, go next door and get the hair. So I go get the hair and stuff, come back. And when I tell y'all that was the wrong thing to do, I should definitely looked at the reviews first. I should looked on Google. I should looked on Yelp. I should do the whole 9 yards. When she was doing my hair, she was stopping. She did somebody else's hair. When I left there, girl, my braids was unraveling, everything, you know. And I was just like, and it took for crochet braids, okay, it took about maybe 2-3 hours at the most. This lady took about 5 hours to do that, and then she quoted me 180. When I left, she was like, it'd be 200. I was like, you just quoted me 180. Never again, never again. When I tell you, so that was my lesson. That's my lesson to y'all. Don't do anything, don't buy anything, don't go anywhere without looking at the reviews first. You know what I mean? So use Yelp, use Google, use whatever, check out the reviews, because the reviews be telling the truth. And like me, I also go and I add reviews, you know, to people that are just starting their business, or people who haven't been in business for long. You know, it is good to spread the wealth, especially for black owned businesses, and just for anyone who has good customer service in general. You know, I used to work in a customer service environment, so I know how it is when you're trying to, you know, when you're trying to be courteous and you're trying to uphold, you know, that good relationship. So definitely check out the reviews. That's my lesson to y'all. Check the reviews, okay? What else? Man, taxes. Okay, so so taxes are not as much as it is in Virginia. Let's just put it like that. Virginia, y'all know Virginia is a Commonwealth state. They tax everything. I can't say that Georgia does not, but I can say that you're gonna see it in other places. For instance, let's say you go to DMV, so the fees might be a little bit higher to get your tags for your car or your plates for your car, because they don't tax everything. I can't say going into Walmart. Oh my God, Walmart in Virginia is, you know, reasonable. Walmart here is off the chain. The prices are definitely a big jump from Virginia's Walmart. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Target, you know what I mean? So you definitely want to see a price increase from some of the stores you go to in Virginia versus some of the stores you go to every day here in Georgia. You know, so that's about it. That's all I have for y'all today. But I'm gonna keep y'all posted. I think as I think of more things, as I run into different experiences, I think I'm definitely going to keep y'all posted, do more videos, and try to keep y'all informed about my experience here in Atlanta, Georgia, and hopefully it can help somebody out there, you know, whether it be buying a home, whether it be where to go to look for homes, whether it be trying to find the right agent, whether it be, you know, what area to buy, you know, anything, you know. So just let me know if you guys have any more questions, and hope you guys like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, and until next time, bye YouTube.